Good morning, everyone, and welcome to General Physics 2 for the first summer session. My name is Jeff Morgan, and I'm glad that you've chosen to take this course, and I hope that we can be successful as we work together for the next 6 weeks to get this course checked off on the things that you are trying to accomplish, or if you are just trying to take a physics course for fun, that you'll learn a few physics ideas that contribute toward those learning goals. So I'm coming to you live from the corner of my basement where I've been working for the past few weeks, wrapping up the spring semester. Obviously, this is an interesting situation for all of us, but this course is actually being offered online for the second time. We experimented last summer with offering it online, and about 75% of the class actually did it in that fashion and was reasonably successful in doing so. I don't think online is the worst way to learn physics. It is clearly a different way to learn physics. So you will not get the experience of messing around with the hands-on equipment in the lab. Our labs will be done using simulations and or videos. But you still then have opportunity to engage with material in a different way. And truthfully, the exam scores from last summer were on par with any other section of this course, which tells me at least that students are as successful at learning the content in an online format as they are in an in-person format. The course actually in live versions gets scheduled from 8 to noon, Monday to Thursday, and that's kind of a brutal summer schedule. The hope is now that we're doing this all online and we're doing it asynchronously, that you will have the opportunity to spread things out a little bit more and to work on it maybe a little bit each day and not necessarily so much intense hours. But if you do the math, the regular course meets 5 hours a week for 15 weeks of the semester. That's 75 hours of in-class time. And of course, the rule of thumb is to always plan for 2 to 3 hours of outside of class time for each inside class time. So there is definitely hours and hours of work required to get through this course. So I hope that you look at your schedule and you proactively set aside time to work on this course for a few hours each day. I've scheduled office hours, work time, whatever you would like to call it, from 10 to noon each day where I will be available in the class Zoom room. But if your schedule doesn't work with that, or you need more time, or there's a better time for you, please reach out. I'm happy to work with people online at any time that works in both of our schedules. I have a document camera here on this end and can work through problem solving and show the setup of problems if that's something that's helpful for you. I know there's a couple of people last summer that took advantage of that quite regularly. So I just wanted to take a minute to poke around here on the e-learning page. This should be what you see when you are on the e-learning page. And forgive the big orange bar of the student preview there that's up at the top. But there are announcements for the course posted in the announcement tab. The start here is where you can find the course syllabus, the activity schedule, as well as links over to the Mastering Physics website. And importantly, an option to opt out of the Mastering Physics Inclusive Access package if you, for example, already have the book and already have a Mastering Physics account from a recent General Physics 1 class. Most of the things that you're going to be finding are in this course content page. The course is divided into 6 modules. Modules 2, 3, 4, and 5 are the bulk of the content. Module 1 is to introduce you to the course, and then Module 6 consists primarily of taking the final exam. So that's where you work through the course content, and if you click on any of those modules, it will list all the activities for that module in order, as well as have links for you to submit assignments for various parts of that module. There's a discussion board, and though you're welcome to reach out via email, I would encourage you to use the discussion board for questions because other people might have the same questions that you do, and that way when we respond to each other back and forth, everybody has access to all of that conversation within the discussion board, which is kind of important in this, I feel like I'm taking physics alone in the corner of my basement kind of environment here. And then for the first time, there's these links over to the Mastering Physics part of this course. This is the first time I've embedded it in the Blackboard course, so it's going to be a little bit of a learning curve for me, but that'll take you over to the Mastering Physics side, and that's where you can work on course assignments for the problem solving part of this. A word about those assignments: for any of the problem sets that get graded, you'll notice that they have 10 questions on them, but only 5 of them are worth points. The idea here is that you have an option. So basically I usually pair one for points with another one for practice. And you could either solve the one for practice before you solve the one for points if you want to practice before you actually get a grade for a particular problem. Or if you solve a problem for points and you're like, wow, that was really hard, I want to make sure I can practice that thing again immediately, you should be able to solve the associated problem to give you a little bit more experience in doing those kinds of problems. If you would like, you can simply solve the 5 problems that are for points and completely skip the practice problems. Also on Mastering Physics, there are a couple of assignments that are completely optional to you. One is to introduce you to the Mastering Physics platform if that's something that's brand new to you. And the other one is sort of a physics primer designed to get you practiced in doing things like solving equations with 2 unknowns or breaking vectors into components, sort of the mathematical tools that you need to be successful in a physics course. So again, if it's been a while for you or you're not sure about some of your math skills, that may be a good place to start practice, and then reach out if you have questions about particular kinds of things that you need some review on in terms of the math or even the introductory physics from General Physics 1. So I hope we have a successful 6 weeks together. Again, please feel free to drop into the Zoom room between 10 and noon anytime Monday through Friday, and reach out if you have other times that you would like to talk about class materials. Pay attention to that class schedule. Try to get things done in advance of the deadlines if at all possible. And let me know, above all, if you have any questions or you need any assistance with any of the things in this course. Good luck, everybody, and hope to see you regularly in the Zoom room.